This is the one thing that John Cena must do in WWE before he retires. In this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what that is and why he must do it. It's not even an option, all right? He's got to do it. John Cena will start 2025 with a bang. He will be on the first episode of Monday Night Raw on Netflix. It's a major deal. January 6th in LA. It's going to be a loaded show. It's going to be a big show. Now, John Cena first announced his retirement from WWE at this year's Money in the Bank PLE. It was very confusing. He's like, I'm going to retire. And then after the show, he's going to be like, well, I'm going to retire in 2025. It's like, okay. Now, in his defense, he did say he's going to retire in 2025, but the confusion was, when was he going to retire? A lot of people thought, well, he'll wrap things up at WrestleMania. I mean, he's got a very successful acting career going on. And then he came out after the event and said, no, I'll be at the first Raw on Netflix. No, I'll be at WrestleMania. I'll be at the Royal Rumble. I'll do X, Y, and Z. And everyone's like, yay! And so John Cena is going to be in WWE throughout 2025. Expect him at the big shows. I expect him to be in Saudi Arabia. Now, he came out with this wild statement talking about how he's going to work 35 matches in 2025. And everyone's like, you are nuts. And then it got kind of backtracked and he said, well, I'm going to make at least 35 appearances. And everyone and their mother was like, oh, yeah, that makes more sense, right? He can do TVs, he can do PLEs. Heck, he'll probably work some house show. He's likes house shows. Now, WWE, during it, they've cut back on house shows, but still, I can see Superman putting the cape on at a house show, probably Madison Square Garden or something like that. He's going to get a really cool send-off. It's going to be a lot of fun, and there's a lot of people out there that have speculated. They've dreamed about, well, John Cena could wrestle this person, or he could do this, or he could do that. WWE talent has made it very clear in interviews that they want a shot to share the ring with John Cena one more time, or maybe even for the very first time. CM Punk, Randy Orton, they've thrown their names in the hats. Cody Rhodes, those are all big matches. Something in which I'm going to assume that we're going to get. But more important than the big matches, what is this one thing that John Cena must do before he retires? I think it's actually very simple. Break the World Heavyweight title record. He's currently tied with Ric Flair. Have him break it. Have him become a 17-time World Heavyweight Champion. They've already declared him as the GOAT. Every time he's on television or acknowledged anywhere, it's the GOAT. The greatest of all time, John Cena. Now look, the greatest of all time, the best ever, Mount Rushmores, it's all opinionated. No one can agree on it. It's a debate. It's a talking point, yada, yada, yada. There's no clear-cut way to define someone. Honestly, I've always said that it's going to be Hulk Hogan who's the GOAT. He did it the longest. He made the more money. He's going to be going down in wrestling history as one of the best ever. Forever, he will be considered one of the best ever. Just the reality of the situation. I mean, he helped build the company. John Cena helped build what WWE is today. He kept them afloat when times were a little bit more tough. Certainly not as bad as the 1990s, but still, like, he held down the fort. He planted the WWE flag. He yelled from the mountaintops, WWE. He sleeps, breathes, eats WWE. Right? That's what he does. So, if you're going to declare him as the GOAT, if you're going to declare him as the best ever, give him the world title record. You know? Like, I understand Ric Flair. He is Ric Flair. There ain't nobody else like him. But there's also not a lot of other people like John Cena. For years and years and years, they tried to make Roman Reigns as the next John Cena. And how'd that work out for him? That dude had to go away during a pandemic and turn heel and align himself with Paul Heyman to get over to the point where Vince wanted him to be over. Wasn't as a babyface. It wasn't as the big dog. No. He had to become the tribal chief. John Cena earns it. He just earns it. He put in the work. He put in the longevity. He was loyal to that company. He's still loyal to that company. He loves the company. He loves everything that they stand for. He is WWE. I wouldn't be surprised to know if he has a WWE tattoo that we can't see. Maybe he's got it on his right butt cheek. I don't know. But John Cena is WWE, and WWE is John Cena. He made the successful transition from pro wrestling into Hollywood. He has done it all in this business. Royal Rumble match winner, WrestleMania headliner multiple time world champion, Grand Slam champion. He's held every single championship outside of a few, like the NXT championship. I don't think he was ever IC champion, but other than that, the dude's done it all. He didn't win Money in the Bank, which I'm actually surprised by. Right, you would think he would do that, but he's done it all. He's wrestled the who's who. Go down the list. Triple H or Shawn Michaels or The Undertakers or Kurt Angles or Roman Reigns or anyone and everyone. CM Punk. Everyone. He's done it all. He's had legendary feuds with Adam Copeland, a.k.a. Edge. He's had memorable feuds with Roman Reigns and Kurt Angle and Shawn Michaels and Triple H. He's done it all. What else do you want a guy to do to be declared as the GOAT? The reason that I see him actually doing this is because if you recall a few years ago, I say a few years ago, how time flies. But in 2017, when he won that championship for the 16th time, he beat AJ Styles at the Royal Rumble. That was such a huge moment. Everyone wondered, could he tie Rick? Could he do it? Could he do it? Okay, he did it. We're almost 10 years into it since he's won that championship, since he's held that championship for the very last time. It's honestly ironic that he did not snap the title streak well beforehand, because there was many years where he held the title, he dropped the title, held the title, dropped the title. And then they kind of slowed down when he started making his transition into Hollywood. Like, he could have easily had a World Heavyweight title reign in 2016, all right? Or at least one. I don't think he had one in that year. At least, two. There's easily multiple title reigns there, but they didn't do that, and that was their decision. That was their call, and that's fine. They were trying to build up other guys. At the time, they were trying to build up AJ and Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns and yada, yada, yada. Also, that weird 2013, 2013 to about 2015, that god-awful Authority era where they just ran roughshod and John Cena was Team WWE all the time. That was bad booking. You talk about bad booking, man. Oh man, John Cena's been part of it, but he's gotten through it. He's pushed his head down and he's gotten through some really, really bad creative. I mean, heck, he had to become a rapper to save his own WWE career. Word life. That's John Cena, right? So you like him, you don't like him, you love him, you hate him, doesn't matter. John Cena gets a reaction out of anyone and everyone, and he has been for the last ever. That's how much.